Hi, everybody. Thank you for, well, overwhelming me with love. You guys have been incredible. Um, Last night, I was so overwhelmed with love. Like, I literally felt like I would fall to the floor if I tried to stand because the gratitude was so overwhelming for you guys. You guys have been supportive and kind and funny and perfect and insightful. And gosh, I can't even put into words how wonderful you have been. Um, so there's some things I need to get off my chest. If you don't know me, my name is Ashley Needles. I am legally married to David Wood. We've been going through divorce for about 3 years, and I helped him with Build and Power Network to some degree. Um, Not much, but enough, And I was just trying to be a supportive wife. So there you go. I have some apologies I need to make. Actually, before I go into that, I want to finish the story. So, um, everybody overwhelmed me with love, and I wrote this other post about it saying, how I felt, and then people continued to love on me, and I started shaking because I was so overwhelmed. I couldn't even type or anything. I had to put my computer away because I was afraid I was going to break it because I was just shaking uncontrollably. So yeah, I hope someday you get to experience that overwhelming, incredible, just cleansing, healing joy of having so many people give you their love and affection. It's no other word for it. It is heavenly. It is rapturous. Yeah, those are the only words I can think of that truly describe it. So thanks to all of those people who have been my friends, my angels, my sweethearts, my sweeties, whatever I call you on Facebook. You guys are amazing. So thank you for that. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper and talk about why I'm making this video. The things I need to get off my chest. I should have left David a long time ago. I really should have. By staying with him, it was approving of his actions that were not okay. It was approving of actions that were not okay. Um, but I was raised to believe that marriage is sacred, that you stay in it, you stick it out, all that. And it was I never would have left because when my mom left my dad, when she kicked him out, he started speaking in another accent, got in a $500,000 wreck, and almost died. It was $500,000. That's crazy to think about. He knocked over a McDonald's sign with a semi. He drove off of a cliff. So, regardless, my parents' divorce did somewhat traumatize me and give me some unrealistic views of the world. So I thought no matter what, I would just have to stay and work on my marriage. I just had to stay and work on my marriage because I felt I did not have the right to cause another person as much pain as I saw my dad in during that time. So I stayed and gave him permission to continue doing what he was doing by staying in my marriage. I wish I had had the strength to leave, and I wish I would have left, and that, yeah, but I didn't. So I want to thank David because the greatest gift I have ever had is him leaving me. So if you're angry at David Wood because he left me for Priscilla, please don't be. I am so grateful to him and to Priscilla for facilitating the end of my marriage. That was just the most amazing gift I have ever been given. I am so grateful for it. I am so happy now. No, I'm not a millionaire anymore, but I'm an ordinary girl and I'm okay with that. I am okay with my life being not completely, you know, lifestyle of the rich and famous or whatever. I mean, I'm shooting against this blanket actually. So, uh, for a backdrop. So I have a backdrop, rather than an unpainted wall. Um, yeah. So circumstances have changed greatly. And I'm okay with that. You just got to take it as it comes. Life is going to throw you curveballs, and you're going to mess up and you're going to slip on the ice and fall on your butt in life. Um, and you're going to get knocked around a bit. The most important thing is give yourself space to be hurt. Be okay with that you're not perfect. There's a quote by Buddha: if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. be compassionate with yourself, love yourself, um, and be okay with making mistakes and making apologies. So I owe some people some apologies. David Sharp, there was a time in Costa Rica where you spoke at an event that was going on, and it was for Empower, and during that time I approached you about some financial difficulties, and apparently that screwed you all up. I don't know. That's what I was told, is that I completely ruined your concentration and that I was evil and horrible for that. Yeah. So I was made to pay for that mistake, but I never did apologize to you, David Sharp, and I am sorry. I screwed up. I really did. And for those people who didn't receive the awesomeness of David Sharp, just know I made him lose his concentration at that event, and I am sorry. Okay, so, or I interrupted. I don't know if I made him lose his concentration, but I interrupted his concentration and his focus. Yeah. And I understand how that is, because I've needed times to focus and stuff because I was going to speak at events, but I had insanity going on behind closed doors, and there's really nothing I could have done about that. So for those of you who heard me speak at events and thought that I was a little bit psycho during those times, just know I was. Not okay. I was hiding a lot of secrets and in a lot of pain and completely stressed out all the time. And now I'm not, so that's good. Anyway, moving on, I owe apologies to Kimberly Tilley, who is a single mom, and so I feel extremely terrible about this, and Dee Varengia. I pushed you ladies away because I was dealing with a lot of crap, and I was so afraid I would tell you guys because do not have the best filter in the world. In fact, I completely suck at filtering. I just tend to be very, very honest because honesty is very important to me, and I say things to people I shouldn't. Marriage is supposed to be between two people, and there are so many people I need to apologize to because I did break down. They were compassionate in a moment when I felt like I was completely shattered inside and I was falling apart, and their compassion was it was a godsend, but at the same time, I put too many burdens on them that were mine to carry, and I feel bad about that. And anyway, I exposed things that I should have been talking to my husband about, but I was afraid to talk to him. So, and there are reasons for that. Don't think I'm like completely weak and silly, because I'm not. I'm actually a pretty tough girl most of the time. Yeah. Okay, so what were we talking about? Let's see, I need to apologize to everyone who lost money in Empower. I thought by not speaking out, I would help more people. I thought that, if I didn't speak out, then those people whose incomes were dependent upon Empower, they would be safe and stuff like that. And so I kept a lot of things hidden. And I did my best. And for those of you that have been hurt by Empower, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help as many people as possible. It really was. And so I kept a lot of things secret and hidden, and I still am. So just know that if I still seem a little bit insane, it's because I do not deal well with having a ton of secrets in my life. I like to be one of those people who's like, so this happened today, and just make a joke about it and move on and stuff. But when I'm not allowed to talk about things, they just boil inside me, and I'm like, oh, I want everybody to know the truth, and why can't I tell everybody the truth? And I go a little bit crazy, obviously. So, but I don't have blood on my forehead, so, there's a bonus there. I have not completely lost touch with the reality because I don't have blood on my forehead. By the way, if you don't know what's going on and why that's there, don't be sitting there saying drugs and da-da-da-da-da, because that's just not cool, dudes. David's obviously has been needing help for a long time. And the fact that he's revealing this side of himself to the public, it says that everybody's been calling him God for far too long. We need to give people realistic feedback and not put them on this platform, because I've learned from Dr. Stan Tatkin, neuropsychologist or whatever, his book, Your Brain on Love, The Neurobiology of Healthy Relationships, that we are a product of the feedback that we get. So when somebody has been called God for so long and told that he's a savior and their Lord Jesus Christ, we kind of can't fault them for believing that when that's all they're told. or when they get told that so much. I mean, yes, they choose their actions and how they want to deal with that feedback, but we will lose touch with reality if we're given false feedback over and over and over and over. Anyway, interesting point. So, yeah. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, give positive feedback, have compassion for yourself. Oh, allow yourself to make mistakes. So, one of the worst things I did in my marriage, and I think this hurt David a lot, was that I did not allow myself to be imperfect. I felt like in order to be loved, I had to be perfect. So, I was very defensive about everything. Stupid things like I set something in the wrong place. Well, it needs to be there for X, Y, and Z reasons and stuff like that. And I was a really annoying person. I did not realize how annoying I was. I really didn't. But yeah, I think I was probably about the most annoying person on the planet. Like, you think I'm annoying now because I'm talking too much, but you should have seen the other videos I did where I was all like, so blah, blah. It was really depressing. Yeah, I made like 3 of these videos before and they were all like energy sucking. And so I was like, okay, trash those, deep breath, start over. So I'm trying to keep this video upbeat, but and speak really fast because that tends to, keep the energy up. But nonetheless, I was having a hard time making this video. I've made it several times. I've cried a few times. I've gone through because I've been just overwhelmed by the love and support of people. And oh, that's another point I wanted to tell. Did I tell that story already? I don't know. Okay, but if not, let me say the last few days have been amazing. People have been just pouring love over into me to where I was just drowning in love of people. Like, I felt like I could not breathe because I was being so loved on, and I kept trying to like give back to people, but I could not keep up. I could not, because there were so many people loving on me, and no matter how fast my fingers type, I am not fast enough to keep up with all these people giving me love. I could be able to type, 200 words a minute and still not be able to keep up with the love that was being given to me. So I was literally drowning in love, and it was very healing and very cleansing, and I'm so grateful. And I wrote a post on Facebook about it, and then I continued to get more love, and I just started shaking and trembling, and I couldn't even type or touch my computer because I was afraid I was going to break it against the wall or something because I was just shaking like uncontrollably. It was like I was having a seizure or something. Um, I've never felt like that before. Never had that happen. It was just crazy. I don't even know how to deal with it. I really don't know how to deal with this much love in my life. So thank you. Thank you for loving me so much. Thank you for your mercy, your grace, your patience, your support, your humor, your kindness, your insight, your caring, your consideration. You guys have just been awesome. A million, billion times awesome. And that's not even the word to describe it. There are no words to describe how wonderful you are. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to end the video now before I start crying and blubbering everywhere and getting snot everywhere, because I snot more than I cry, which is really gross, but nonetheless. Now you know that about me. I'm not the perfect person. I make a ton of mistakes. And I love you guys. I love you. And, this gift that you gave me, I hope someday you can experience it. And I could spend the rest of my life from this moment to eternity trying to pay back, and I never would be able to. No, I wouldn't, because I have no idea how. But I'm going to spend as much time as I can focused on being the best person I can and giving this world what it deserves from me, or what I was meant to give it, or whatever. Because I believe that everyone has something to give this world, and I'm trying to figure out what mine is. And excuse me, I'm a little bit confused. I'm trying, but I am trying. So while I continue to try to live in purpose and find my purpose and figure life out, I will do my best to continue to love you as deeply as possible. So, because you deserve it. Everybody in my life is so dang freaking awesome. How do you guys do it? What's your secret? Tell me. I want to know. Yeah. Okay. I will end this here before you think I've completely lost my mind and start wondering what drug I'm on. Because, yeah, that makes me a little mad. When people are like, they have no idea, but they're sitting there slandering somebody. Yeah, that's not cool, people. Don't do it. Don't sit there and be like, it's this, that, and the other. I have my own ideas about what it is, and I might talk to somebody privately about them, but I'm not going to be all over Facebook making all these assumptions about things, because, hurting somebody like that is it's just not fair. And I get it, life's not fair, but I don't want to participate in slander campaigns or smear campaigns. That's what it's called. That's the word I was looking for. Smearing. Smearing people is wrong. Where are you going? You think I'm gonna let you go? Don't you know you have to be up here supporting me while I make this crazy video? Huh? 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 This is Messy, coolest dog in the freaking world. I love her. She's always right here cheering me on. Huh. Yeah. 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 Okay, you may do what you want. Run, run, run. It is so fun. Yeah. She has some really weird commands that I've taught her because I like to rhyme and be silly and be all childish. So, yeah, it's fun. Anyway, I think I've gotten to all my points. I think I've put it in enough. I think I've taken up enough of your time for today. So go out, live life, be fun, love people, and enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Ciao for now. Bye.